forgot to attach the microphone. I don't know if I can do it.
We'll find out.
I have like a baggy shirt on today. It's just gonna flop. It's kind of funny. So, today is Thursday, November the 6th. Day 6 of 30, going live. And I have the day off today. That feels more comfortable. I have the day off today. And I just got in from a walk. It is, my dog wouldn't even come with me today. Would ya? Oh. So I have this little towel down. The bowl's not even on it. You can see, I need a new towel. For my dog, I can't speak for all, but she gets water fucking everywhere when she drinks. And so I don't wear shoes in my house. It's just a preference thing for me. And so sometimes my socks end up sopping wet from her water dish. But anyways, I just got in from a walk. It is chilly here today. There we go. Hi. How are you all? I'm just getting in from a walk outside. I don't work today, so I'm in a peaceful state. So I thought I would share that with you all. And if you want to hang out, you can. How do you pronounce your handle? Annex Halili? I'm sorry if I did not pronounce that correctly. Hi, Sakshiro. Alvi, hey. I see you. I can do that. Hola, Jorge. ¿Cómo estás? Hablo un poco español. Hi, Richard. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Abdul. I got my cat over there. That's Pepper. And then I've got, I call her a potato. She really doesn't move from where you left her. What do I do? In what capacity, in what regard do you ask? Congratulations on retirement, Rich. I don't know if, does one ever truly retire though? Because I feel like, well, most of us find some sort of passion project or hobby or other source of fulfillment to fill our days with? I don't know. You're working on it, okay. How old am I? I'm proud of my age. I'm 40. I turned 40 this year. I am grateful, George. Hell yeah. Especially, I live in a city, and it is winter time here, and what winter looks like for me where I live is a lot of rain, and it's cold. It's not freezing by any means, but it's chilly. I live in a state called Washington in the United States, and it's Western Washington. Anyways, I just got in from a walk, and it's raining. And, you know, there are people outside that are living outside. And so, grateful I am. I'm healthy. I got a roof over my head. I took a shower this morning, and hot water came out, you know? Hi, John Reynolds. Hello from Ireland, Irlandia. I have a cousin who got really into our lineage. I feel like every American has some sort of claimed connection to Ireland. Oh, George, hopefully I said that correctly. Rich, it's always rainy in Washington. You know, I was born and raised in Eastern Washington. And so there are the Cascade Mountains that somewhat separate the state. And so it's like two different, I can hear sirens, sorry, I was distracted. Godspeed. But in Eastern Washington, we actually had like the traditional four seasons, spring, summer, autumn, or fall and winter. We get snow over there. But here, I will admit, the first year I moved here to Western Washington, it was something like 135 days straight of no sunlight. It was an ambulance. Yeah, it was like a subcontracted ambulance company for the city, is what it looked like. So, I need to grab something. I'll be right back. But I do have a mic on me, so I can bring you with me as I talk. I just need to get a pair of scissors. Hey, Pepper. I don't know if anybody has a cat, but mine recently decided to start eating my plants in my place. And apparently there's quite a few plants that are toxic to cats. So I turned 40 this year, but I'll take 50. Honestly, I am exactly who you think I am. And so, shoot, like, remember when you were younger? Okay, I have a, vivid memory of when I was younger, and someone my age, they looked ancient as fuck. Do you know what I mean? And then one day you're there. So, All right. So I started this project at the beginning of November. Well, I started a couple of projects. Oh, well, happy, I think we're closer to your next birthday than we are to your last birthday. So I'm gonna say, Rich, happy early birthday. That feels more appropriate. Jorge, so great question. That's like, I have never once salsa'd or merengue ever. So I would love to do both. That sounds super fun. So I started this 2 projects in November. I made a commitment to myself that I was gonna go live every day by George, and with the intention of just going live and getting comfortable with a skill set. And this is like, that's what I feel like I'm doing, is developing a new skill set. While also making sure that I am rooted in authenticity. So I don't know what I'm going live for exactly. I just have this dream of traveling the world and experiencing people. I love people. I'm obsessed. I think humans are so amazing. And I understand that, we err sometimes. So, but to err is human, but to forgive is divine. And so, I don't know exactly what I'm doing with these lives, but I'm really enjoying talking with people and also sharing myself with you all. So neither. I've never been married. So okay. So that was the first project. I'm going live every day this month for the month of November. I don't have an expectation of the result outside of doing it and being consistent with this practice. The other thing, though, is I definitely love to love on people. And so the second project I thought of is I got a box of not nearly, it's 100 plastic balls, like the ones that you would get out of a vending machine. Well, and how do you feel about the divorce, Rich? I don't know if what I am to say to that. So I got these balls, and I'm writing messages in them. And I have 9, you can't see them, 9 so far. And yesterday, throughout the day, different things came to me. And so I wrote 3 more. I will hold this up to the camera, but I don't think there's any way that I will be able to hold this, maybe. Right on. Yeah, we all deserve to be at peace, every single one of us. All right, so the first one, and then what I'm gonna do with these balls is I plan on taking you with me on a live one day and giving them to people, or putting them in little places for people to find at a later date. So, the first one is, you're okay. No, really. Listen, you are okay. They're just thoughts. That's all they are. I know they feel loud. They feel real. I promise you, they are not. your thoughts. Now breathe, because now you are better. You got this. All right, that was the first one. I don't think it'll fit that way. I'm gonna have to fold it. Okay, the next one says, take a break. It's okay. Really, you don't have to earn rest. You're not falling behind. You're just recharging. Oh, and I forgot, I have these amethyst stones that I'm putting in there as well. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Okay. This comes from a movie, Love Actually, and I haven't seen the movie, but I heard the quote in a movie talking about the movie. The love you give will always come back to you. You too, Rich. Yeah, it was nice chatting with you. All right. So I got that. If anybody here has an idea of something to write on here, I would love to put it on there. And as, I don't know how this will sound, but it's like, I did this a couple of days ago on a live, and one of the persons gave me a quote. And what I immediately thought of and saw, hey, obscure reference, was this connection between the person who offered the quote, me writing it, and then some person, I don't fucking know who this person will be, will get this message at a time and place that is divinely orchestrated for them to find. And who knows, even from there, like my brain can't fathom what this quote found. This has consciousness now, right? It has a life of its own. It's gonna go places, it's gonna do things. And so I just thought that was really cool. Like, we just, and myself included, I don't see how we're all connected sometimes. So, okay, I'm gonna try to pronounce your handle, because this is something else I'm getting better at. I feel very confident in speaking, but in reading, I'm not dyslexic, but sometimes it's hard for me. Maybe I am dyslexic. I don't know. I always excelled in school, but English is just one of those that, like, I didn't do really, really good in, you know? So let's see. Yangoat, meow. Maybe some of these aren't to be pronounced as one word. You know what I'm saying? Jorge. Of course I don't believe in reincarnation. Belief would imply that there needed to be faith. And for me, I know. It's deeper. It's like I don't believe in God. I know God is real. I know him. I know that the essence of, I don't know, the soul of God. Yeah, that's what I thought of. So, all right. So we got our 3 we did today. Oh shit, sorry y'all. They're like little Easter eggs. Waiting to be found. All right, that's all I got, guys. For right now, anyway. maybe some final messages. Oh, something else I'm working on is, I can't even remember the guy's name. I'm pretty sure he's passed now, but it was some video that was suggested to me on YouTube yesterday, and I ended up watching it. And obscure reference, this is a handshake deal. So we just made a verbal contract. So, shoot, I just lost my train of thought, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, new projects I'm starting. I smoked a little bit of a joint earlier, so that's why. But, so what he suggested was that, and if you guys have heard this and you know who I'm talking about, please let me know. People underestimate what they can do in a year. No, did I just say it backwards? People overestimate what they can do in a day, and they underestimate what they can do in a year. And so his call to action or challenge was to create a 6-month outlook, clarity outlook. And he had 10 different what would I call those? Bullet points. I can't think of a more eloquent word at this moment. And one of them was to start a gratitude journal. And so I intend on getting that today at some point in time. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it right now. What put off today or tomorrow that you can do today? But it's got to be a new notebook, so I have an idea. Which one is this? I don't want that one. Bear with me, guys. And gals. Yeah, this is what I want. Okay. A few years ago, what would it be, 5 now? Almost 6, in 2020, I found myself in one of the darkest places I had ever been. From the outside looking in, it appeared as if I had everything. You know what? I might be here for a minute. I'm just gonna get a light. What about it, Buttermilk? I don't know if this will be helpful or not, but we'll find out. Okay. I don't know if this is better or not. Anyways, in 2020, I found myself in a really dark place. It was, from the outside looking in, I had everything. And again, from my perspective, I owned a home in kind of a swanky part of town. I worked a high-powered job, made well over 6 figures, and was going somewhere. And one day, after, it was like a culmination of a couple things though, within a month, I started reading a book called The 4 Agreements by Don what is it, by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's amazing. And so I started to have some new levels of consciousness coming in. And I started to see the ways in which the company actually worked for the first time without these rose-colored glasses. You know, the money, the traveling, the bonuses, the vacations you could earn. And I worked in sales. And I started to see the cult-like behavior that existed. And ultimately, I ended up challenging a manager one day on a decision via email. And in the almost 10 years there, I had never done it. And I was immediately suspended. It was like, we have a rogue one here. We need to like isolate her, figure out what's going on, and then we'll reintegrate her. And so I was uninvited from the end of day wrap up and then told, we'll reach out sometime tomorrow to discuss what happened here. And over that evening, I don't think I slept a wink. My anxiety was so high because my entire identity was this job. Everything about me that gave me value, importance, whatever my ego was seeking, it was fulfilling heavily. But I suddenly had this sense of distance and peace and knowing I was going to resign. And so I ended up resigning from that job. And how that relates to this journal that I'm going to show you about, this gratitude journal, is I didn't even know how to be with myself or sit with myself. I had no idea. Like, I hated the question on a Monday, what did you do this weekend? Because I had no friends and my entire life was working. And so, you know, nothing exciting happened. There was no party that I went to or date that I went on, what have you, hike that I did, nothing like that. And so once I had resigned from this job, I asked myself what I would want to do as a hobby. And I didn't know, so I thought I would just try some out. And it turns out I'm actually good at drawing. And whether you think it's good or not, I don't care. And I've drawn hundreds of different things. And last year, I made some of them into notebooks, little just notebooks. And it's my fucking artwork. Isn't that cool? Okay, so gratitude journal, all right? I'm gonna write the date. I don't know why when I look back at things, if I will look back at this, there's something nostalgic about knowing the date that I did something or that something actually happened. I don't know if you experienced that as well. What kind of stuff do you like to draw? Obscure reference? It is, it's really good. It's when I read it, at least, it spoke to my soul. And it's not a super thick book. It's a rather quick read. Oh, really? My dreams tell me that I have a writing ability. I don't know if y'all know that, but your dreams are literally like messages from your higher self. There's a really great teacher named Michael Sheridan, and he has a free dream dictionary if you ever want to look up what things mean, but I've never started. I don't know what that means, John Reynolds. Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. Thank you. Um, you know, I didn't really even know that someone could do that until like my mid 30s. Sincerely. It was like I was so living in ego and programming that like I lived my life for other people. I don't know how else to say that. It was like I did this for my mother and this for my father, and I never once asked myself what I wanted, and or was even given the support to do that. It was kind of like I felt like a doll in a lot of ways, and so yeah. But I will say this, I don't know if you've ever experienced this. For me, it felt safer to live someone else's dream than my own. Because when it's my own, like it's really on fucking me, you know? Nobody else. And so I'll never forget in 2020, I walked a lot. It was a way in which I would ground my energy. And one day I had this epiphany that I was free. I was free from this company that I worked at, that I free willingly worked at. I just didn't see all the ways that it was literally killing me. And I was out of the clutches of my mother. Sounds so dramatic, but I did go no contact with her. I think that's the verbiage. I cut her out of my life. And I know that some people may not be able to understand that, and that's okay. It's what was and what is still currently best for me. And so, but on this walk, I remember that feeling of complete freedom, but also now like, holy shit, this is like on me now. This is like, it almost actually felt a little bit lost, probably, would be like, holy shit, it's on me, and like, where am I going? What am I doing? And also very acutely aware of the fact that I had asked for it all. That everything that led up to that moment, by me resigning and also cutting off my mother, were all choices I made consciously. And I got the thing I was seeking. And it was like utterly terrifying at the same time. So, all right. I've got one, I don't know when you join, John, but I'm starting a gratitude journal. So, and I'm going to write down 3 things I'm grateful for every day for the next 6 months. So I'm going to read them, but I'm not going to read one of them because it gives some personal details about me, like where I live or work. But the second one that I'm writing is I'm thankful for John Edwards, an obscure reference, for motivating me today. So that's for you too. Well, I'm thankful for you. Obscure reference? No, I don't take that personally at all, which one of the agreements in the 4 agreements is do not ever take anything personally. Nothing anyone ever does is actually about you. It's their own shit that's just coming back up into the world. So, and I did go through what I call a spiritual awakening the year of 2020. And it was almost as if like it was as if I was reborn that year. I don't know how else to say it than that. All of the commandments of my life were broken down and then rebuilt. And there's still ego in here, trust me. It's not like there's not ego here. I have conflict with people. I find at times negative talk or, doubting myself. But on the whole, that year brought so much light into my heart and forgiveness. And since then, it's like I've been in a constant search to learn about myself and how, and other people. And I daydream about like what a different society would look like. I have no idea how we would get there or what it would even exactly look like, but there's opportunity for us as humans, and that's why we're here, to be better and do better. So I don't take that personally at all, no. I actually take that as like a compliment, so thank you for complimenting me. The third one that I have on my list here is I'm thankful to be alive. And that's not something that, I've never been suicidal in my life, thank goodness, because I know that there are people that have that compulsion. But I've definitely been depressed. I've had years of anxiety, just like almost like a door would open and I'm like jolting. Like that's how fight or flight I was. I was like constantly in survival mode. And I'm so sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But I will say I'm no longer in survival mode. For the most part, certain things will happen. You get a letter in the mail or like I have a business. And so anything that has like Department of Revenue on it, I have this unhealthy relationship. And none of it is bad. None of it is. It's just information, and how I respond to it is on me. So that, there's still things that I'm healing. So, all right. I love you all very much. Thank you for joining me. Oh, dude, I put the wrong date. Today's the 6th. I think it is. It may not be. I think it's the 6th. I believe this is my 6th day going live. So, yeah, thank you again so much. I love you too, Obscure Reference. God bless. Yeah, dude, amen to that. Find something to believe in, you know what I mean? It reminds you you're never alone. I used to feel lonely so often. And the difference between alone and lonely is you can feel lonely in a room of 1,000 people. Lonely is feeling disconnected from your reality. And so, dude, I never believed in God until I was 35. I thought people that believed in God were literally fucking idiots. Like, I would clown on them so hard. And then I realized one day when I had an experience with God that it was no denying that he existed. So, God bless you too, man. And if you don't believe in God, that's okay. Maybe you're not supposed to in this lifetime. I've thought about that because I'm thankful to be alive. I used to say, yeah, I will reincarnate again. I would just have this dialogue with myself. Only if I can know you exist, God. Like whatever it is in my life plan, because some people have always believed in God. And like when I meet people that know God is real, I'll say like, and it's such a personal thing, right? But I'm always curious about the relationship. Again, this is the human aspect that I'm obsessed with. And it's not an uncommon answer for people to say, I've just always known. I'm like, what the fuck? So I used to say, I'll incarnate God if I can know that you exist from like the get-go. But now I'm at such a point in life that I would absolutely incarnate and not ever have that connection with God. Because there's something that I know about my purpose and serving that it's greater than myself. And I'm not a martyr or anything, but just in general, when I do things that feel in alignment with God, it also feels in alignment with me. It's like I feel warmth in my heart when I do different things that I feel in my body as divinely guided. So anyways, thanks so much, everybody. I love you. Take rest today. It's a day off for me, so that's why I titled this live that today. Take care of yourself. You have a human that you're responsible for. And that human is you, you know? What do you need? What does this human need right now? Like, for example, me, it's water. So I'm gonna have a drink. I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.